In July of 1865, four men by the names of Brocky Jack, Willie Whitmore, Fred Williams, and a county sheriff named Big Dave Updike decided to rob a stagecoach that ran from Virginia City, Montana to Pocatello, Idaho. The men met in Boise, Idaho to plan the heist. Then they traveled 200 miles and camped at Ross Fork Creek, which was close to the path that stagecoaches traveled. Then one of the men, Fred Williams, went to Virginia City to find out which stagecoaches would be carrying gold shipments. Williams would then ride the gold-filled stage as a passenger. The other three men made plans to stop the stagecoach in a canyon near Pocatello. The canyon was narrow with steep ridges, so the men thought it would be perfect for the holdup. They even put boulders on the road so the stagecoach would have to stop. The men went back to their camp and waited to hear from their partner, Williams. Williams had picked a stagecoach with gold that left from Virginia City to Pocatello later that month. After a few days of travel, the stagecoach stopped at a place called Sod House Station that was close to where the three other would-be robbers were camping. During the overnight stop, Williams went to the camp to tell his partners that the stagecoach was near and that it carried a large amount of gold in 2 strong boxes. Williams then went back to the Sod House Station so he could continue riding on the stagecoach. The next day, the stage reached the canyon and had to stop because of the boulders blocking the road. The outlaws jumped out and pointed their guns at the stage. But the stagecoach driver wasn't going to give up the gold that easily. There was a shootout, and the driver, a man named Charlie Parks, tried to take the coach around the boulder blockade. But one of the outlaws, Brocky Jack, shot the driver's horse, and the coach stopped. Williams, who had been riding as a passenger in the stagecoach, was shot but survived. It appeared that almost everyone else on the stage was dead. The outlaws unloaded the 2 strong boxes from the coach and opened them. Inside were gold nuggets in 2 bags and 15 huge gold bars. This gold would be worth close to $2 million today. After the outlaws rode away, 3 survivors crawled out of hiding. One was Charlie Parker, the driver, along with 2 other men. With the horses that remained, they drove the stagecoach to Miller Ranch Station. Once they reached the station, they identified the 4 men that held up the stage, and a $10,000 reward was offered for the capture of the outlaws. With a $10,000 reward on their heads, the men ran, but they couldn't escape the long arm of the law. Willie Whitmore was shot to death, and Fred Williams was found and hung. But neither of them had any of the gold. Sheriff Big Dave Updike was eventually hung by a group of vigilantes when they found him hiding in an abandoned cabin. Before they hung him, he was questioned, but denied knowing where the gold was hidden. Of the 4 robbers, Brocky Jack is the only one that was never caught. He disappeared and was never heard from again. The gold has never been found. There are stories that the gold was buried near where the robbery took place. This means it would be near Portneuf River Canyon, which is just a few miles south of Pocatello, Idaho.